Hello! Welcome to this new video by Pipeline Pro. Today we're going to create a render from Harmony using our render tool. First of all, we open a working scene from Kraken to make sure we're following the correct pipeline workflow. Once we're inside our working scene, we go to the top menu, navigate to the pipeline section, and select Render. This opens the render panel. The render panel handles several things. First, it generates a local render that gets saved to our machine. At the same time, it allows us to save a version of the scene at the moment of rendering and upload an MP4 to the production platform for review. On the left side, we have all the parameters and information related to uploading to the production platform and saving the scene. For example, we can change the render status, add a comment for the supervisor, log the hours we've worked on this scene, and mark it to be published for review. On the right side, we have the actual render settings. The first option allows us to disable uploading the render to the production platform and saving the scene version. In this case, I'm going to keep it enabled because I want to upload the render for review. The Upload MP4 for Review option creates an MP4 file that gets uploaded to the platform, and it also saves a local copy of that MP4 on our machine. Next, we have the option to render audio. In this case, my working scene includes an audio track. If I don't want to include audio in the render, I can simply uncheck this option and the output will be silent. If I do want audio, I leave it enabled. Under Frame Range, the system automatically detects the frame range selected in the timeline. However, we can override this and manually enter a custom frame range if needed. In the Render Parameters section, we define the actual render output. We can choose to save it in a separate render folder or inside the scene folder where our working file is located. I'm going to leave it set to the render folder. We also have different output formats. We can create a movie file, or we can generate an image sequence. If we select Image Sequence, audio is automatically disabled, since image sequences don't support audio output. For image sequences, we can choose between different file extensions. The same applies to movie formats. For example, we have H.264.mov, but we also have ProRes with different preset options. For this test, I'll stick with .mov. Now I'll click on Local Render. This will generate the render and manage the upload process. We can also monitor how tasks are being handled in Kraken. Right now, it's uploading the render to the platform and generating the MP4 file that will also be uploaded. Once it's completed, we get a confirmation message here. We can also check our working directory to see where the render was generated. Since I chose the render folder, the file was created there. In the scene folder, we'll find the MP4 file that we enabled as well. Finally, if we refresh the production platform, we'll see that the render has been uploaded and is ready for review and including audio. And that's basically how our render tool works when generating renders from Harmony. Thanks for watching.